Thank you very much, Paul. The Bayou parishes are bracing for impact as Hurricane Ida could make landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. They are expecting to feel the first impacts by tomorrow morning at this time. Our Mike McDaniel is joining us live from home now, where evacuation orders are already in place. Mike, what's going on there?
Hey there, Sheba. Well, you can see there's a caravan of school buses out here at H.L. Bourgeois High School in Terrebonne Parish. They're all getting ready to take folks back to Monroe, or up to Monroe, where the parish is sheltering people at the Monroe Civic Center. If you take a walk back here with me, you can see crews are actually getting supplies ready. What they're doing is filling these bags with water and some other supplies like toiletries and towels and some protein bars and things like that, putting them on the buses for these evacuees as they head out. Here's how this is working. If you need to evacuate from Terrebonne Parish, you can come here to the high school. They will process you and then put you on one of these buses and then head out. All of these buses, by the way, being driven by bus drivers across the district. This parish-wide mandatory evacuation order has been in effect for 2 hours now, and that's the same situation for Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Charles parishes. These three parishes are expected to get a direct or near direct hit from Hurricane Ida. Between those parishes, we're talking 260,000 people being told to get out. The parish president here says Terrebonne Parish is the bullseye, with anticipated winds up to 140 miles an hour and a storm surge of up to 15 feet. Now, parish leaders do ask anyone who decided to stay behind to rethink that decision and leave while there's still time.
This is a very dangerous storm. There will be catastrophic damage with the Category 4 winds and with the storm surge up against our levee system.
Because a lot of people don't want to leave because they're concerned about their property. I'm going to tell the community now. We'll deal with people that want to mess with your property. That's why our people are staying back. So bottom line is, we're asking you to evacuate for your safety, so it doesn't have to be a rescue mission where we can more or less protect property. Because we don't want to have to go ahead and start going into a rescue situation when normally people should be evacuating.
And thankfully, the weather is holding up right now, so if you need to get out here to H.L. Bourgeois High School, you have time to do it. Keep in mind, there will be a curfew going into effect here in Terrebonne Parish at 6 p.m., and the sheriff who you just heard from says he will be out patrolling enforcing that. Now, if you do need shelter to evacuate to, you can call this number. It's 211, simple and easy. You can also text LA Shelter to 898-211. That way you can find some state shelter information. Live in Terrebonne Parish, Mike McDaniel, Eyewitness News.
And Mike, what's just the sense you're getting being around as people start to prepare for this? I'm just feeling in general a lot of anxiety from people in the city and in our area.
Well, I think we were out here last night in Terrebonne Parish, and a lot of the anxiety really happened last night. That's what we felt as folks were filling up sandbags and the parish issued that mandatory evacuation order. That's when the gears started to really turn. But now that we're the next morning, the morning after, it's kind of routine. We've been through this in regards to practice to drills. We know what evacuations are. We know what we have to do, and that's what these crews are back here doing, making sure that supplies are ready to go. There's already a process from EOC to get people processed. Those folks are on the inside of the building right now before they're heading out, and then they'll be loading on these buses. From what we've seen, everything seems to be working smoothly. There's not a lot of anxiety right now out here where we are, although I'm sure as the weather deteriorates right now, it's a beautiful morning out here in Terrebonne Parish. Beautiful out here, but we know that's going to change, and I think that's when a lot of that anxiety, Sheba, you talk about is really going to set in, especially for the people who did not heed this warning and get out in time.
Definitely, always that calm before the storm. We are glad to see people preparing, though. Mike, thank you so much for that.